Hello everyone, I'm Devon Coombs, and today I'm going to be going over additional content for my book, Scholarships Quick and Easy. So if you purchased my book, thank you very much, and if you haven't purchased it yet, please do so. You can find a link below linking you to the book. So another very important concept today, essays and personal statements. Another stumbling block for many students. Many students aren't comfortable with their writing skills and aren't comfortable sharing their stories. So we're going to be discussing this in detail today. So I want you to start writing your rough drafts as early as possible. I want you to get help editing. Make your personal statements and essays authentic and personal. Save your essays for future use. And I want to explain today too about why it makes financial sense. Maybe if you understand how much money you're going to make from these essays, you will be more likely to write them, because I know so many students who get really caught up. They might get their letters of recommendation, they might get the application process started, and then as soon as they start writing the essays, they feel uncomfortable and then they don't apply for their scholarships. So we're going to get past that, and we're going to talk about all of this in detail today. I also want to tell you that if you purchase my book, I included some of my essays and my personal statement, and they're very personal. And I'm sharing them to give you an example. So if you purchase my book, you will find in the back examples of my essays and personal statements. You can use them as a reference to see exactly how I got my scholarships. So let's start with starting to write the rough drafts early. So writing a good essay takes time. I can't tell you how much time I took on each essay. I definitely would give myself a few months or at least a month to write an essay, and I would write a rough draft. I'd come back to it, maybe try a different rough draft out. But you don't want to cram these essays. You want to take time. Spend a few hours a week. Don't rush them, and then come back to them. And you'll always be surprised, but every week you come back to an essay, you can change it and make it a little better. So this includes personal statements and generic essays. So what's the difference between a personal statement and a generic essay? A lot of times, almost every scholarship will ask you to have between 500 words to 1,000 words about your life story, why you want to be educated, why you deserve scholarships. And so that's your personal statement. They want to know about you. This has to be very personal, very authentic. You're telling your life story in 500 to 1,000 words. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So that's a personal statement. Generic essays, they might say, explain to us what scholarly development means to you. And you have to just write what scholarly development is. So that's more of a generic essay. But you want to take these personal statements, generic essays, and you want to start writing them as soon as possible. There's a lot, almost every scholarship requires a personal statement, so you might as well write it right away, even if you can't apply it. I really recommend, if you haven't started writing essays yet and you don't know what they're going to be, write your personal statement, and then once you find out what criteria your essays are going to have, you cater your personal statement to your essay. So again, I spent about an hour to 5 hours a week for about a month on my personal statement, just personally, before I even gave it to an editor. So I highly recommend you spend some time. You don't have to cram. It doesn't have to be extremely stressful. It can be enjoyable. Wake up, have a cup of coffee, start working on your personal statement, and when you get bored, come back to it next time. Get help editing. I wasn't the best writer. I never enjoyed writing that much. I'm more of a math person. But I really do enjoy sharing information. And I really wanted to get better. So I had friends and family help me edit my essays. I went to resources. I have a lot of English majors in the family. My friend Scott Pruitt, who helped me edit the book, is a journalist major, or a communications major. So I would go to them, and they would help edit my essays. You do not want them to write the content for you. Please do not plagiarize. Don't steal your content. Write your original content, and then go to a professor or go to somebody you trust and have them edit it, so there's no grammar, spelling, or spelling mistakes. Because this is personal information, I do recommend working with people that you trust. I do like close family and friends, or a professor that you're very close with. A lot of times you might be sharing uncomfortable parts of your past, or stuff that you might not be too keen on sharing with random strangers. So you want to make sure that you're working with people you feel comfortable with. Also, if you're not too sensitive, you can just use campus resources, and they're always valuable as well. So when I say make it personal, what do I mean? Scholarship committees want to know your story. So there's a group of people who are going to be looking at your essay if you make it past the screening process, and they're going to want to know what makes you better or different or more deserving than everyone else. So you have to share your story. So you want to be authentic and genuine. And by this I mean everyone has a story. Some people have had more trials in life and some have had less, but pain, suffering, and adversity they're all relative concepts. So we all face our own adversity. Sometimes even having a very comfortable life can be adversity in and of itself, because you might want to have more difficulty in life. You might want to have more challenges. It might not be exciting enough for you, but so you want to tell your story in an authentic, genuine way. You want to be honest. You also want to be direct, because we have a very short amount of words to write. And 500 words is not that much. So don't avoid flowery language. Don't go over the top. Just be direct. Tell someone your story in a powerful manner. Try to convey emotion. You want to show passion. You want to show sadness. You want to try to show everything that makes you who you are. I know this sounds difficult, but it can be a really fun and enlightening process. And just remember, honesty is refreshing. Don't make yourself sound perfect. None of us are perfect. I have tons of my own flaws. So telling people about anything that you personally overcame might be a very good way to get scholarships. I highly recommend that. If you have personal troubles that you overcame, anything that you're not proud of in your life but you were able to get past, you want to show that you recognize that life can be difficult, or recognize that life might not go the way you always want, but you are always looking for something better. And if you've had a perfect life, then that's great, but then you need to show that you want more for yourself as well. So just be honest. Tell your story. I mean, that's so important. And we can talk more about this if I'm not being clear enough, but I really think you can read my personal statement if you buy the book, and you'll see how I tell my story. And it's constantly changing, but it's actually kind of a fun process. So again, tell your story. So save your essays. So most scholarship essays are extremely similar. I can't tell you how many times I just used an essay from a previous scholarship and applied it to a new scholarship. There's no real rule saying you can't use an essay again. So cater previously written essays to new scholarships. Sometimes they'll ask you something like, explain to me what scholarly development is. And then another essay question might be from a different scholarship, explain how you developed your scholarly intents, or something to that regard. They're so similar. Just cater your essays around. Change the wording a little bit, reapply. You save yourself so much time. I submitted over 90 essays with all of my different scholarship applications, and they all came from 4 original essays. So this saves your time. Quality over quantity. Write a few really, really, really good essays, and then get that extremely good quality, and then cater them a little bit to your new scholarships and to the new requirements. I promise you that's what I did, and it's going to help you save so much time, apply to more scholarships. It'll help apply to every single scholarship you can, put it in all your essays, and you're going to win more money, and you're going to have more success, less college debt. Everything's going to be awesome. You can put it on your resume. You're going to get great jobs, and this book is just going to make your life so much better. So let's talk quickly about why it makes financial sense. I'm an accountant, so this is the exciting part for me, and I think most people like money, so it might be exciting for you too. So let's say I spent 50 hours writing essays for scholarships. This is conservative. 50 hours writing essays for scholarships. I probably spent less time, to be realistic. I received approximately $40,000 in financial aid, awards, and scholarships. So, I know we're not all math majors, but a little bit basic division and algebra, all that fun stuff. We find out that $40,000 divided by 50 hours, that's $800 an hour. Now, I like to think that I'm a somewhat successful guy, but I haven't found another job that pays $800 an hour. So if you know a job that pays $800 an hour, please let me know. But you can get this job. If you apply for scholarships, you read this book, you spend 50 hours writing essays, applying for scholarships, and reading my book, and really preparing yourself, you can make $800 an hour, potentially. That's a lot of money. It's the best paying job I've had so far. And it's going to take a long time until I'm making that kind of money again. So highly recommend that you write these essays. Take the time. It's worth it financially. I mean, don't go pick up an extra shift at work where you're making $10 an hour when you could be writing essays making $800 an hour. So lastly, let's summarize. Start writing your rough drafts early. Remember, you want to get them done early so you can write good essays. Get help editing, all right? I want you to go to your friends and family, go to campus resources, find people that you trust, and get help editing. Don't plagiarize, but just try to get a second perspective on your essays and your personal statement. Make it personal, make it authentic, genuine. You want to tell your story, and you want people to connect with that story. The scholarship committees want to relate to you. Save your essays. You can use essays for multiple scholarship applications. That's going to save you time. That's going to mean more money for you and more success. And just remember, writing essays is probably the most lucrative job you could possibly have as a college student. So just write the essays for your scholarship applications. Don't waste your time on other things. This could potentially be the most lucrative job you have. You want to make quick and easy money so you don't have college debt. This is the way to do it. Again, you can find examples of my essays and personal statements in my book. Thank you again for watching my video. Please purchase my book, Scholarships Quick and Easy. You can find it below. If you already purchased it, thank you very much. I am very appreciative. I hope these video lectures help out as well. Please subscribe to my channel and write me with any questions or comments at businesscoretutoring@gmail.com. I'm here to help you, so I'm always available to reach. Thank you again for your time, and have a wonderful day. Bye.